Okay, let's look at consistent messaging. So when we did principles of marketing, or when we learned about traditional marketing, we learned the importance of integrated marketing communications and how we need to have clear, consistent and compelling messages, right? Now the idea of integrated marketing communications is, we know from this, from the research that we get from this, is that customers do not actually distinguish between different messages coming from different mediums. So for example, if you have a advertisement on TV, and you have one message on TV and then you also decide to do display ads on websites, customers don't think, oh, hang on, that's one campaign, that's a TV campaign and this is a digital marketing campaign. They just see it as one business or one organisation, one brand communicating a mixed message, right? So there are some exceptions to that. If we talk about, this is an advanced marketing class, so if we have multiple target markets, so you might have a business to business target market and a business to consumer target market, you can, if you do it well, you can communicate different messages to clearly distinct target markets, right? So I'm not saying you can't do it at all, but you need to be very aware about the confusion that can generate. So generally we'll say use the same message across multiple communication formats, all right? So if you're using multiple communication channels, have the same message, the same call to action going out. Now that's similar to when we're dealing with display ads, and we have a display banner. We'll click on that. So when you click on online display ads, it should take us user to a landing page. Now if they haven't got a customized landing page, whatever page that takes us to is going to be considered the landing page. So sometimes the banner ads will just take to the homepage of the website, which isn't very good digital marketing, but that's them doing their best, and so that would then be considered the landing page. Normally in digital marketing, when we talk about landing pages, these are customized landing pages that we make for our specific campaigns, right? So as such then, the message of the landing page and the banner ad should be consistent. So when you click on something, where you end up, there's some consistency between the two. So we've got 3 ways to check for this consistency. First of all, they should use the same value proposition. So the banner ad has one value proposition, and when you click on it, it takes you to the landing page, it has the same value proposition. Number 2, they should use similar call to action. And we've got an example of how this is going to work coming on. So if the call to action is one thing on the banner ad, but completely different on the landing page, it's not going to make sense, or there's not that consistency. And then last of all, use the same design elements. So I've got an example here from the New York Times. So if you go to nytimes.com, now this was a example provided by the textbook. So if you go there, you're probably getting different ads because the ads are dynamic, remember. So we've got a static version here. So this is a screenshot version, so I can do an analysis. I know what to expect. So clicking on this banner ad is going to take people to the following landing page. This one here. This is their landing page for that which is selling that particular product, right? So I want you to evaluate now. First of all, we've got 3 things: the value proposition, the call to action, the design elements. So are the products the same? So I'm going to go back. We're going to flip between these 2 slides to help out as much as possible. So in here, if you clicked on this banner ad, if you click this, especially this section here, now usually the one ad takes you to the one landing page, but if you clicked on this section here, it's going to take you to this landing page. Are the products the same? Yes, because these pants are here and they're also there. Are the prices the same? So look at the banner ad. It was on sale for $79. Now it's on sale for $39.50, and that's the same prices here. So there's consistency in there. So from the value proposition perspective, it's the same. We've got consistency. That's good. Now the call to action in here, it doesn't actually say click on this ad, right? But it's implied. And if you were interested in buying some clothes, you'd go, all right, I'm going to click on that ad there to find more information about that. So the call to action for the banner ad would be to click on the product, whereas this one is for the web page, like the landing page, is add to the basket. That's the call to action. Now they are different, but they're still consistent because they're following through the consumer decision making process. The first one is to view the product, and then the next stage of that would be to add the product to the shopping basket. So they're not the same, but it is consistency within the process. And remember, the consumer's going through this process, so the consistency is that the call to action relates to the buying process, the stage of the buying process which they're at. And let's look at the design element. So in here we've got the logo. There's a big logo on there, and the color of the logo. Now here we have a different logo. This one is a positive logo. Well, this is an inverted logo, so the dark is on the outside. Where this one, it's light on the outside, and the dark is the actual logo itself. So the logo is different, but it's similar enough to understand that it's the same company, it's the same logo, it's the same brand, it's got the same positioning within the market, right? So I've done this wrong way around, but look at the design colors now. So this is using that blue color, bluey greeny, I don't know what color you'd call that, but whatever color that is, it's the same color in the logo, it's the same color for the text, the headers here, it's the same in the description. Now it's the same down here as well, so that's consistent. The call to action is a slightly different color, I think, but that relates to the design elements that we were talking about, the importance of making it stand out. So this ad is doing quite well. Now what I want to do is I want to do a live example. So I'm going to pull up a tab here and pull it across. Now I've deliberately done this blank, so I'm not sure. I've been practicing this, so I kind of know what to expect. But so I'm going to go to, I can't type. So I'm going to go to, oh, far out. Mercury. So I'm going to go to there and click on this ad. And let's see what we get. So I've got my ad blocker turned off, so I should be getting my banner ads loaded up. It's taking a fair while. So when we come here, this is the Mercury, which is a major newspaper in Tasmania. And if we come here, it provides the news, which is what we're probably going there in the first place for. So in here, oh great. So I'm going to click on this banner ad, and it's going to take me to their landing page. Now I've clicked on this one before, so I already know what to expect. This one here is not a designated landing page. It's taking us to a element within their website. So to provide an example, I'm going to open up a new tab here, and if I go to the Tasmanian.com, their main one, and if I click on powered, it's the same landing page as this one here. Whereas if you look at more advanced digital marketing ones, sometimes when we click on, now let's see if there's anything else up here. So I think this one does it. So we'll click on this one. You can see this landing page has a lot of gobbledygook after it. So basically the URL stops there, and all this is customized to match between the display advertising and the behavior on this one. So if I actually delete this part of the URL, click on that, it will be different but similar. So I've just trimmed up their landing page to get to the original design of the landing page. So this one, they're not using customized landing pages, but they do have a pretty good landing page. Now let's have a look at the ad, what to expect. So what if we kept on following a path for over 100 years? We've got to make sure it doesn't change, right? Because these will change eventually. Does this relate to that? So I can't believe how different it is. So I'm going to do that again just to double check. So this has got a picture of a girl in a blue one with Powered by Tasmanian. So this brown jacket, I'm thinking a girl, brown jacket. Let's check this out. What's going on here? Land on it, and the imagery in here doesn't relate to this imagery at all, at least not in my mind. Maybe in their mind it does, but for me as a customer, it just doesn't connect. Also, when we look at the call to, so let's go back a section here to the design elements. So we're looking for consistency. The value position is the same, is the call to action the same, and is the design elements the same. So I've got so many tabs open. Right, are the design elements the same? So right, we've changed ads, so I might just refresh it, but you can remember what it was like, right? So the design elements, the same. This one's using the same logo, but it's not super clear, I would think. now getting Squarespace and ad roll. So I'm going to refresh this and see what ads I come up with, and then maybe screenshot it. So this one, the call to action, while I try to play around with this, I want you to think about what the call to action for this one is. Ads still aren't loading. Is it clear? So if we scroll down, a remarkable renewable future. So what is in it for us? So unless now I've been on here, so I actually know what this website's about. But when I first got here, I wasn't exactly sure. And you get down here, and this is the most informative part of the whole landing page. This site has been produced by Brand Tasmania. It's an initiative of the Tasmanian government. So I think we've got a lot to improve in Tasmania when it comes to our digital marketing. So hopefully the graduates now studying digital marketing will be able to do a lot better job at this moving forward. Let's see what one we have. But I've got the Bank of Us one. So the key part is there needs to be consistency between the website that we land at and the banner that we got. Now, if you remember the girl in the brown jacket that we had, she was there while the product's the same. What they were advertising, the key. So if this is Brand Tasmania, what are they selling? Like, why are they paying for ads on our major newspaper? But what is the government? What message are they trying to communicate to us, the citizens of Tasmania, right? So, and are they consistent? In this situation, there was discrepancy in that. There's no price here, but as far as monetary price, but as we know from marketing, there's always a price. I shouldn't say always, but the price might not necessarily be. I'm just pulling up the one again. The price might not necessarily be money, but it could be some kind of behaviour or some idea or value that we've got. So what is the price on here, and is it clear? And it might be to you, but to me it's not super clear. Go back one. Now the call to action. Is there a call to action on this landing page? And is it consistent? Now, the problem that I have is there's no call to action on this landing page. Like when we land here and they go, well, do they want us to go to a toolkit or store? But what's the next one? What action do they want us to do here? Is it watch this video with no sound? And what does this video relate back to Tasmanian? So if I scroll down, it could be the call to action is they want us to read the website, all right? But compare that with these pants one here, where we had the call to action was click on the ad, and the call to action was add to my basket. Now, admittedly, these are traditional consumer websites, so for us, analysing them is quite simple. I think they've done quite well, whereas if I were to compare and analyse the digital marketing for this website, I'd definitely be asking, you know, what's the call to action and is it clear? Should we be making it clearer? And does it relate back to the original banner ad that we had of that girl in a brown jacket? All right, so the last one is design elements. Are the design elements the same, and is the logo the same? That's it for this lecture. That's the last slide. I hope to do a live presentation in the like do this similar one in the workshop for your own business that you're doing the digital marketing audit on. If you don't have that, we'll choose another one, and we'll go from there. Thank you very much. I'll see you in the workshop.